Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but you know, I'm biased.
He's Dave. I'm Matt. And this is the Matt and Dave Show. This is a very special Matt and Dave Show.
Yeah.
This is Matt and Dave Show 98.27.
98.27. Warm, smooth favorites.
With Matt and Dave.
With Matt and Dave.
It is not an official show. This is not episode 99.
Unofficially unofficial.
It's officially unofficial.
Like, I didn't do my pew pew thing. I just did the death metal scream.
Yeah. That's
Like-
how you know it's not official.
Yeah, this is like way off the books.
He didn't even do like dance or sing or make
No.
any silly faces. It was just,
Nope.
It could be one of two things. It could be the fact that it's an unofficial show, or it could be the fact that we're both really fucking tired.
We are exhausted.
To note, we will never record a show again immediately following brunch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't do brunch and then a show.
You can't do alcohol and heavy carbs and eggs and then say,
in
hey.
the morning after getting no sleep.
Yeah,
and then, like,
yeah. Like rolling out of bed, going to the brunch place. Brunch was great.
Yep.
Alcohol was great.
Yep.
Coffee was good.
I did not do that.
I did. I'm still doing coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just got no.
No, what? What is that?
I can't even give you the full. It's the. I'm not even.
Nah. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
All right, so let's
That's why I'm
jump.
sitting back, like I'm leaned back,
Yeah.
like I'm
Like, I have to lean forward, otherwise I may actually fall asleep.
like I'm leaning back, like I'm on my patio, just
sipping,
drinking some summer sweet tea,
sipping some scissor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Got my little cough medicine and some cup with ice. I love scissor.
So you guys know we don't like to edit things either. We like to just record and stop and post.
Yeah.
So if at one point like the show goes completely silent, just keep playing the show and see how long it's going to take us to wake up.
Yeah. Think of it as like sleeping ASMR.
This is the Matt and Dave sleepover edition.
My God, we're going to paint each other's nails and we're going to talk about boys.
I do not do that.
Talk about boys?
No. Paint my toenails.
Paint your toenails? Well,
I mean, I'll talk about boys.
talk about boys?
Yeah. I think that's what we're doing today. We're talking about a whole bunch of boys.
We are talking about
and girls.
That's true.
Because this is our very special Avengers Endgame spoiler-filled show.
We're going to spoil the fucking shit out of this movie.
We've decided that while we respect spoilers,
We do.
we hate people who spoil shit.
Agreed.
We also hate not talking about things.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about things.
We're going to talk about all the things.
This is your flash warning.
Yeah.
I hope we've entertained you in these first 2 minutes of talking about how tired we are.
Not the best, but not the worst.
No, it's not the best. So if you have not seen Avengers Endgame, we will see you for episode 99.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are 2 episodes of the Matt and Dave Show left.
Yep.
We will see you then. Hopefully we will return next week.
It's a crap
We
shoot.
make no promises.
Yeah, it's a real
like,
crapshoot.
Like just, flip a coin 50-50.
Yeah,
Who knows? It might be, it might not be.
Yeah.
We'll do 99 as soon as we can. Really, honestly, there's been nothing more to talk about because it's been all Endgame stuff. And all stuff with Endgame has to be spoilers.
It has to be spoilers.
Actually, what we can do before we start talking about spoiler stuff is we can talk about, we are in the 3rd weekend of Avengers.
Yep.
And they've crossed 2.5 billion worldwide.
Billion.
So they
With
are,
a B.
yeah. So they are getting damn close to Avatar,
Fucking Avatar.
which would be great.
You know what the irony of it all is?
Hmm.
Is that Disney could have the #1 movie
Well, they do.
of all time. Right. But that's what, like, that was the point. Like,
They
but they
bought
just
the
went
number-
out and bought it.
They just bought the #1 movie, and then they made now they've got, like the top 2 movies are them. Actually, top 4.
Yeah.
3 of the top 4 are theirs.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I think Infinity War is right under Titanic, right?
Is it on?
Yeah.
Or was it The Force Awakens?
I thought it was Infinity War.
I don't know. I don't know the list very well.
Out of the top 10,
Yeah, they've
Disney
got
owns
enough.
like 9.
Yeah.
If
Outside
not
of like
more.
Titanic.
Yeah, which was what? What was the studio behind Titanic?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I only know it as James Cameron's Titanic.
Why do I say it was like Paramount?
That's possible.
It wasn't Fox, was it? Because if it was Fox, now it's Disney.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think it's
geez.
like a Paramount or something.
Maybe. I want to say Paramount. I don't know why I want to say
Yeah.
Paramount. Universal? No, not Universal.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Anyway, so yeah, they just passed Titanic.
Yeah.
Which so there's been this
Tradition?
There's been this tradition of, as of late. It's a recent tradition.
Yeah. It's
Where-
within like 10 years or so.
Where a filmmaker will congratulate, or a studio will congratulate a rival studio or filmmaker, not rival, but a different one, when they overtake their place.
Yes.
So when Lost World, or when Jurassic World passed Avengers as like the number 3 or 4 movie of all time,
Yeah.
Marvel had they released an image where all the Avengers were looking up at Chris Pratt riding a dinosaur and said congratulations for, you know, the most money, or being the second or third, fourth over time, you know, whatever it was, which was funny because Chris Pratt's part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So James Cameron has released something, and I hope you can hear the eye roll as I say these words.
Yeah. I know you're not a
fucking
fan.
hate that dude. But James Cameron has just released an image of the Avenger logo coming up out of the water and like tipping the Titanic, which hasn't the Titanic been through enough? Do we really need to tip it over?
I mean, the Titanic went through the Titanic movie.
Right,
really.
exactly. Like, you know, does the A? I think the A should just take the place of the iceberg at this point. But
Yeah.
the Avenger logo taking place, the tipping over the Titanic, and James Cameron congratulating the Russos, and actually he congratulated Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige. He said Kevin and the rest of the crew, which it's a huge crew. It's big people.
Yep.
As overtaking Titanic as the number 2 movie in the world. They did that in 2 weeks. Looks like they're probably going to be number 1 after 4 weeks, which would be great.
Yep.
As it should be. You know, I remember people saying, "Oh, well, they can't beat Avatar because Endgame is so long. It's 3 hours long." And you know, Avatar was not a short fucking movie.
Neither was Titanic.
Titanic was just as long.
Yes,
you
it
know?
was.
People aren't going to go watch it multiple times because the theaters can't get as many screenings. Bitch, you look at the theaters and they have like screenings on the hour still.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I was just a couple days ago looking for tickets for today, and most of the theaters are full.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm going again tomorrow, which is a Monday evening.
Yep.
Like Monday late afternoon, and there are a couple tickets taken, but pretty much like all the seats are available.
Yeah.
But it's a Monday afternoon. Like people, it's been a month almost.
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks. People have seen it.
Yep.
People are working. You know, there's like 1 or 2 seats here and there, but you know, for the most part, you can get it. Now, if you go later in the night,
yeah,
theater's still full. So
that's great.
But anyway, getting back to James Cameron, I found this to be very hypocritical of him, especially after his comments he made about superhero movies.
Like he's eating a little crow.
He should, as he should.
He's eating a little crow.
But that's what I wanted him to say. Like, I wanted him to come out and say, you know what? I was wrong. People really like these movies. And, you know, if like, you are invested and you watched Endgame, you'd be like, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell some serious dramas with these characters.
Yeah.
Like, these are
There's some
basically,
arcs.
you know, teenage boy soap operas.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So, to James Cameron, fuck you.
I love how much you hate James Cameron.
Almost as much as I hate Bill Maher now.
Bill who?
Bill Maher.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. I
For
remember.
digging on Kevin Smith, man.
Yeah.
And all the, you know,
Yeah.
like fucking
Fuck him.
saying shit about Kevin Smith and then saying shit about all the fucking comic movies. Like, listen, just because you don't like them doesn't mean that other people don't like them. These
Yeah.
are the fucking, like, Greek gods of our time.
Yeah.
Superheroes. That's exactly what they are.
Sure.
They're the Greek,
Tell me more, Samuel L. Jackson from Glass.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well,
why-
it's not the Greek gods, but he alludes it to being a mythos.
They're the mythological gods of our time.
Yeah.
You know? We know there's not really a Spider-Man, unfortunately. I mean, Tom Holland is as close as you're gonna get to an actual Spider-Man. Motherfucker can flip him like he does all of his own shit.
Did I tell you I saw that audition tape?
His audition tape?
Yeah.
Him and Robert Downey Jr.?
No, him and Chris Evans.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Oh yeah.
I saw the him and Robert Downey Jr. one.
Yeah, no, him and Chris Evans.
Oh, really?
Where he actually does the flip in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I saw that it saw somebody talking about it. It was Kevin Feige who was recounting the story, and like Tom Holland being like super green to the industry was like, He's like, it says here Spider-Man flips in. You know, should I?
Do you want me to actually flip in?
Should I flip in or something? And then Chris Evans was like, yeah, all right, go ahead. Like, you go ahead and flip in.
Yeah.
And then he just flips in.
Yeah.
And does the scene. And Chris Evans was like, oh, fuck, he actually did. Like, he flipped in the scene. I did not anticipate that actually being executed.
That's great. I was watching a video with like him and Zendaya, like all of their like outtakes from their press tour of Spider-Man.
Sure.
And for some reason, I don't know why, but the lip sync battle is trending again. It's gone crazy.
Oh,
again.
the umbrella?
Yeah. Like that was the thing. Like when Homecoming came out.
Oh yeah.
And now it's trending again. Like I see it every day, like 10 times.
Yeah.
Which is great because it's fucking it's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you should. I'm surprised you haven't by now. But yeah, it's a lot of him. Like, you know, there's like this whole video that they did. I don't know where it exists. I'd love to see it, but it's like basically Tom Holland giving Zendaya like Spider-Man, like how to be Spider-Man. So he's doing like these flips, and she's like going behind him, like, you know, just spinning around, like jumping and landing certain funny ways. It's hilarious.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but it's like him showing off, like, here, I can climb this. Basically, him doing parkour.
Right.
Which is still
Parkour.
It's just still fucking every time.
It's
the
the
Office.
office.
It's The
Yeah,
Office.
you always get the office when you say the word parkour.
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 Hardcore. He jumps into the fucking refrigerator box. That's so funny. But we're talking Marvel and Avengers. Yeah, so it's a key video. I don't know where it exists, but I have to check it out. It's pretty funny.
So, back to the spoilers thing. So this is the first time I've seen where they have given like a time period for no spoilers.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now you can kind of like talk about the spoilery things that I know you want to talk about.
So here's the thing. Here's my question.
Yes.
Have we set like an official 2 weeks as your time frame?
I don't know.
Because I like that.
I mean, I would say 3 weeks would be my. You know what? I don't know. I will say this. I like that there's a restriction and then a release.
Yes.
I think
there was a restriction and then a release, but still like giving you the flash like warning.
Yeah.
Like when the new Spider-Man trailer dropped, if you've not seen Endgame, like I wouldn't suggest watching the new Spider-Man trailer because right out of the gate they give you a huge Endgame spoiler.
Like, don't do this.
Yeah, but Tom Holland introduces the trailer and says, "Hey, if you've seen Endgame or if you haven't seen Endgame, huge spoilers. Don't watch this now. If you've seen it, enjoy." Like I think that's great.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
tight-lipped for 2 weeks. Don't talk about it. Don't allude to it. None of these spoilers without context thing because those are starting to piss me off.
Yep.
Because you think you're being clever, but you're not as clever as me.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
You're not. It's clever. Yeah, it's fair.
It's true.
It's very fair.
You know,
Yeah.
like people who are not clever are trying to create things that are spoilers without context, but you're actually giving things away.
Yeah.
It's not fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like when you show like Thor what is his name?
I don't know.
Jeff Bridges.
Oh yeah.
With a fucking Thor hammer. Like you're giving something away there. Like, huh, what does that mean? Huh? But still it's a fucking spoiler.
Yeah.
It's something, you know, you're giving something away.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like they went hard at the, you know, keep the secrets, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
And now they're like, okay, you could see some stuff, but if you haven't seen it, just to let you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna spoil some shit.
So that is what we are going to do right this second. Like
we're gonna spoil some shit. So we're gonna give you 5 seconds of dead air to find your little, pick up your phone, pick up your device, or whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
Unlock your phone.
Bleep, bloop, bloop.
Open the app, whatever you're using.
3962, which I know is your password.
Right, exactly.
And then that is going to freak somebody out, hypothetically, one day.
I know. And then now you take your time and you press the pause button, and we'll see you in a...
Delete that picture, Karen. You know the one.
All right, 5 seconds.
Avenger spoilers coming down the pipe, and we're going to talk about all the stuff right now.
Iron Man dies.
Oh, wow. Right out of the gate.
I hope you shut it off in time.
Oh, my God.
Because we warned you.
Yeah, we did.
We warned you.
We even gave you a little song.
We did. You did.
Yeah.
Little elevator Matt and Dave show music.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
So yeah, Endgame, we went to see it together.
Yes, we
in
did.
A big group of people. And I think after the movie, we all walked out going,
Yeah.
Like nobody was like. There was like a sense where everybody was kind of still taking it in.
It's a lot to process.
It was a lot to process.
Like across the board, a lot to process.
I'm not a big fan of like. I've never really been a big fan of like applauding at a movie at the end credits. Like when a movie's over and everybody applauds during the credits. Like that's kind of weird to me, right?
I think it's weird. Honestly, I think it's weird when it's not deserved. Like when people, it's
True.
like that people that applaud when the fucking plane land.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Like-
if your pilot struggled through some shit and there was
Yeah.
an issue and then the
Yeah.
plane lands, you fucking
Fuck yeah.
applaud.
But if you did your fucking job,
Yeah, don't fucking applaud that.
no. I also hate when you go to the theater and people do a standing ovation and you're just like, oh God, are we doing this now? They
Yeah.
really don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Really, this is, and you just get up because you're like, I don't want to be that asshole.
Yes.
The one asshole in the theater. But I do make a big production out of it. Like I'll look around, I'll wait till everybody's up, and then I'll be like, I guess I'll get up.
I think I've been in shows where I've seen you do that.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till you come out because you fucking deserved it.
No, you stop.
But you've been in plenty of shows.
Dude,
The show
I've
did
done
not
shows
deserve
where
it.
I would not stand up for me. I have done shows where I'd be like, well, I mean, he was adequate.
There might have been one show that you were in that I was just like, nope, I'm not getting up for anybody in this one. I don't even tell you which one it is either.
That's fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
You could guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't like it. However, there was just something about being in that first night in a huge theater full of really super duper fans, because
Yeah.
everybody's like a super fan who goes opening night.
Yeah.
Right. And you're just like everybody's. It didn't bother me where you're cheering or clapping.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple times where people were like, "Oh wow," like talking through it, and I was like, give me a break." Like the kid was fucking talking through the movie.
Yeah.
Pisses me off. But like there were times where like we were cheering, like when at the end when Captain America, like everybody comes out of the fucking portals, and Captain America says Avengers, and I thought I said it under my breath, but I said it very audible. I was like, "You fucking say it." And he said assemble, and everybody fucking goes crazy and starts applauding and everything.
Yeah.
That's fucking 11 years of build-up. Like, they specifically have not said Avengers assemble.
Yeah.
And all of us fanboys know that that's what they say.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he said it right then and there when, like, this just huge fucking moment.
Yeah.
I could not help but let that out of my mouth.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know?
Well, and think about the amount of restraint that had to go in to Marvel when they're making these movies to not use that.
Yes.
To wait 11 years to use that phrase, to wait fucking 4 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
4.5 if you count Civil War.
Mhm.
Like, to that much restraint. To like, I mean, any other thing would have burned it on the first movie.
Yeah. Yes. The first Avengers movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
you would have totally burned it.
Yep.
Like you've done the 4 build-up movies.
Yeah.
We've given you plenty of time.
Mhm.
Avengers assemble. Boom! Battle of New York.
Mhm.
Pew pew pew. Jatari. Now we win.
Mhm.
All right. Like you would have totally burned it, or at least on the fucking second movie.
Mhm.
But the fourth and final fucking movie of that saga, you burn it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. That takes. Like that's one of those like I'm going to give you the thing you need,
Mhm.
not the thing you fucking want.
Yeah.
Like my hat's off to you on that one. That like and because you're like, "Oh my god." And then they tease it. They fucking tease you with it in the other movies. They're like,
Mhm.
"We know this still exists. We haven't forgotten about it. But PS, fuck you. We do what we want."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes you really wonder, like, they always give us like, oh, we had this mapped out, we've had this plan for a while, yada yada yada. And it really kind of makes you wonder, like, did they?
Well,
Like, did they after like the first Iron Man hit, like, were they planning stuff? Were they talking about what they could possibly do? And then as like it started to come out and they realized they could do it, did they really start planning and go, all right, we're not going to have, like anybody say this until the last movie? Like, did they really have all this planned out? It makes you wonder.
I don't know. Well,
I think there had to have been a huge amount of planning somewhere. Somebody said,
I think once the Russos had their hit with
Winter Soldier.
and
Mhm.
Civil War. Once they were given Civil War and they saw that they could maintain all those characters and do a good job with it.
Right. No, then they could do the Infinity.
Right, but
War the way.
then you had like a set of directors that could go, run the football all the way to run out the clock, and then you could start making some real long-term plans.
And the Russos can make the 42-yard field goal.
Yeah,
and not double doink it.
Yeah, double doink.
Fuck me.
It makes me so happy.
I had a Philadelphia fan come into the bar yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and he's like, "Oh, that kick was blocked." I was like, "Fuck you, dude! Like, come on, man! It wasn't blocked. Motherfucker did that like 3 times during the season." Anyway, I digress. This is not a sports show.
You are very digressing, and I enjoy it.
Yes,
I do. But I think they had like, and so I've seen a lot of interviews with the Russos. Like, I have really done a solid postmortem on this fucking movie. Like, I have watched other people's hot takes. I've watched all the interviews I could with the Russos.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting process. They say they have a lot of stuff planned out, but there isn't like a big like meeting with all the other directors and stuff like that. It really is like a football game. Like, you hand the ball to somebody else. Like, like, this is where we're at now. Like, this is what Thor's doing right now here. Like, now you go run with this, and then they're like, oh, so this is where Gamora is now. This is da-da-da-da. Here, James Gunn.
Right. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, so obviously, but like they did
talk to each other.
Did have a meeting.
Yeah.
They did have James Gunn, Jon Favreau, the Russos, fuck, the dude who directed Ragnarok.
Waititi.
Yes.
Taika Waititi.
Yes. Him and
and dear God, I just want to talk about this briefly. I want to see What We Do in Shadows so fucking bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's already out.
Is it really? Is it on Prime?
Hulu? No, I think it's on FX.
Is it an FX show?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Maybe when I get Disney Plus, all the FX will be fucking
fair. All right, keep going. Anyways,
but so they all had a meeting. Like, they had a and like they did have like a huge production meeting about like who was going to live after the snap and how they were going to do that and all this. So, but there was like a brain trust meeting, and James Gunn was one of those. And I wonder, I would love to hear like how much influence of was Thor given to him? Did he fight for Thor? Did he see Ragnarok and go, or like,
oh, I want that.
And go like, I could, this fits well with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that why they did Ragnarok the way that they did it, or is that like what's going on here? The other thing that I wonder, I mean, going forward, we'll get a lot of answers after Endgame.
Yes.
I'm sorry. After Far From Home, after the Spider-Man movie, because I mean, they said that Spider-Man. The reason why we don't know anything about Phase 4 is that like you thought Endgame was the end, but it's actually Far From Home.
Yeah,
that's gonna like be the introduction of like life after.
Yeah, that's
Endgame.
The epilogue.
Right, exactly. It's very much the epilogue, and just from the trailer that we've seen recently, like multiverse was used. Now there's already speculation of whether or not that's a lie or that's a real thing.
Right.
I think it's perfect. I think in the aftermath of the Fox buyout, a multiverse where you can tell different like that means that anything that happens over at Sony with Spider-Man, Venom, that's in a multiverse.
Yeah.
Like anything that happened before the X-Men, that's a multiverse. Like what is the possibilities?
Yeah.
Like, could you just see like somebody going through the multiverse and like walking in on the original X-Men movie from 2000?
Oh yeah.
Like somebody walking in on the Venom movie. Like seriously, like you have just opened up a wider world.
Or Mysterio is a dirty shitbag liar,
which we know is the case too, right?
Sure, truth, yeah.
Which would be hilarious.
Yeah,
people. Yeah, and it's funny to me to talk to people who don't know like any of the background of that character.
Sure.
They're like, oh, but he's going to be a good guy. Well, no, he's not a good guy.
Like I'm like,
no. There's a reason why his name is Mysterio.
But I will say this, and this is spoilers for Captain Marvel, which I'm assuming you've seen.
If we're spoiling Endgame, this is a spoiler show. If you haven't seen fucking Captain Marvel before you saw Endgame, please.
But they did that with the Skrull.
Yeah, they did.
Like, you know what? Like I won't. Like, I will just based on that.
Yeah.
The possibility exists
that they could make Mysterio a good guy.
Yeah.
And turn him,
or
turn
that
him
this
later.
could be a good Mysterio and there's a bad Mysterio in it as well.
Yeah. It's possible.
Like, you don't know for sure, which I enjoy. I enjoy the fact that they can present me with a lying shitbag and give me an option that he might not be a lying shitbag.
Yeah. Also makes me wonder, like, if Marvel saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and were like, oh shit, I hope this movie does well. If this movie doesn't do well, maybe we need to rethink this whole multiverse thing.
Yeah.
But then Into the Spider-Verse fucking hits, everybody loves it. And they're like, yes,
it's so good.
multiple universes, we can do it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's how you bring in the X-Men. That's how you bring in the Fantastic Four. That's how you do all this stuff.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
exciting
totally
times. Let's talk about Endgame in general.
Yes.
Starting off with Endgame, I was a little concerned.
The beginning?
The beginning.
Yeah.
And it was like there's a lot of criticism out there about the beginning of the movie really being slow. And here's what I say. After Infinity War, like after all of the fighting and big set pieces and big wars and like we had 3 or 4 different fights in that movie.
Yeah.
And like the whole movie was just fighting.
Yeah.
So I wanted a movie with a little bit like, what's the fallout? What are the repercussions of this? Where is the drama? Where are the connections and relationships after this happens? Like immediately following, and then 5 years later. Like it's brilliant that they started like right after the movie ended.
Yes.
So we get those answers that we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, you fucking lost. There's nothing you can do about it. Now we're gonna go forward and see how they deal with it. Like it was great. Like they were able to fix it. They were able to get out of it. But it wasn't like going back in time and like erasing that it had happened. They have to deal with it. And I love that they used Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark and Pepper Potts' kid as like a. I mean, that's without that
an anchor.
I don't think she was.
Morgan is very much an anchor.
I don't think that you don't have anybody fighting to keep the present the way that it is.
Yes.
Without that,
it's that is a prime timeline consequence.
It is
that the person who is able to fix it has to deal with. Like,
right.
Giving them a kid named Morgan.
Right.
Is absolutely like and fucking I love you 3000. Jesus Christ.
That's great. Right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not a machine.
Yeah.
I'm not a machine.
Have you seen the shirts now that say I Arc Reactor 3000?
Oh no.
Dude, you gotta check this out.
Oh, that's great.
I saw that it was like no man, I'm just fucking allergies,
Yeah,
fucking great,
yeah,
fucking A.
But yeah,
the kid was telling me that they originally, when they shot that final scene with Robert Downey Jr. getting the Infinity Stones and snapping, originally he didn't say anything.
Yes, that is very true.
Did you hear this too?
I saw the interview. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but then he didn't want to go back and reshoot it because it was such like an emotional thing.
Yeah, he had to say goodbye to the character twice, but it was also the last thing they ever shot.
Yeah.
For it was the reshoots where he says,
I am Iron Man.
And it was the editor that came up with that line.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I got it. Send me, if you find the link for that, send that to me because I want to watch that interview.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I can't think of how could that not be how it ends?
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, like that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Like how could that not be how it ends?
And they give like full credit to the editor.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he'd been like editing Marvel movies for a long time, and they were sitting in the editing bay putting it together, and just like the ending felt. It wasn't that it was bad; it was just a little flat.
Yeah.
Like he's like, he says, "I'm inevitable," and then Tony Stark just snaps his fingers, and it's like, "Wow, what if we just said I am Iron Man?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck, we have to get him back in here to do this."
Yeah.
And it was a big pain in the ass because he was doing reshoots for another movie, so he had to go back, regrow the goatee, come back in and reshoot and do that snap.
Yeah.
So that like when you see that right before, like that is the last thing. Like he came back in just to say those words and do the snap.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you not do that. I mean,
it's just one of those things. Like, dude, hindsight's 2020, and fortunately, they had hindsight with within the realm of being able to fix it.
It's true. It just goes to show, man, you never, ever, ever say no to anybody's ideas.
Yeah.
Because the best ideas sometimes come from the most unexpected places.
Yeah.
But editors are storytellers. I mean, it makes sense to me that the editor would come up with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting there watching the fucking movie 80 million times.
Yeah. And it wasn't his first, it wasn't even like his fifth movie. Like he'd been editing Marvel movies for a long time.
Yeah. So the movie starts off a little slow, but I enjoyed it. I appreciated it because it gave us time to really jump back in and find out where the character's been the 5 years. I thought some of it was a little ridiculous. But I just didn't care. I just did not
You mean
care.
the after the jump or the immediate, like...
immediate.
Because they straight up fucking murder Thanos.
Yeah.
Like, just straight up.
No, they not. Thor,
Yeah. Well, sorry. But Thanos is straight up fucking just, like, murder.
Yep.
Like, you find out that, like, and it takes place right after, so... He snaps, everything's gone. They're like, oh my god, Captain Marvel flies Tony back from space Like oh my god.
Which, if you don't see the post credit scene for Captain Marvel, you're like, how did she know where to go and who this guy was and what was going on and why is she? I honestly thought that scene should have been in the movie.
Oh, the post-credit scene?
Yeah, I really, because they've done that before, like the
Thor scene with
Doctor Strange. Yep. But also the Falcon and Captain America scene where they have Bucky captured as the end of Ant-Man.
Yep. Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, who can we get to help us? And Falcon says, well, I know a guy. Like, and that's in Civil War too. And I thought that probably should have been like,
I think that's
because that's
fair.
how Infinity War ended. Like, hey, here's like, oh, this is. We're sending this text to Captain Marvel so she can come and be a badass. And like, it's a great, that end credit scene for Captain Marvel was so fantastic.
Yeah.
But I thought that should have been like that's how we were going to open up. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like you kind of miss the introduction with Captain Marvel into everybody.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know, it's really tough. It's really tough. But I understand why they opened the movie the way that they did.
Yeah, I get it. Like,
you know?
I get it.
Yeah,
honestly.
I get it too. I do. I wish there was some way that we could have worked those two things.
Well, and
we have it, and that's great.
Yeah,
we have to watch Captain Marvel to get it, but still.
And I think like her power set is problematic for that universe.
Yeah,
like she's their Superman problem. Like
she is.
How do you introduce something that is scary to someone that fucking powerful? Like. And the only way they could get around it was just like fucking sidelining her. They sidelined the shit out of that character through that whole movie.
Yeah, and that was something I thought too that was a little weird.
Like
I understood it.
Like and
it makes sense. Like the reasons why she was gone are really good.
Like they make.
She wasn't off on another planet. She was off on multiple fucking planets.
Yeah.
Like, and she's right. Like she even said, like the things that are happening on Earth are happening all across the fucking universe.
Yeah.
And who's gonna fucking deal with it?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna call the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah.
Fucking Captain Marvel.
Yeah. No, I mean I get it. I do.
Like it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know.
But at the same time, for the purposes of the movie, like she really is just like, oh no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like because if you bring her back at any point earlier in the movie, she just fixes it.
Yeah.
She just fucking fixes it.
Yeah.
Like, she's here. Well, just punch that thing into oblivion.
Right.
Like, like it fixed. Send her back in time. Fixed. All of it is fixed.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that I liked about their time traveling theories is that you can't fix it by traveling through time.
No. I'm saying, but like she wouldn't run into the same issues.
Sure.
That other people would run into back in time.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
It fixes a lot. Like, so you have to push her until like the fucking tippy end of the fucking third act.
Yeah.
And have her like come in at the very last second.
What is so amazing about this movie is that it gave you everything.
It did. It paid off all your shit.
All of like it's if you're looking for fan service 101.
Yeah.
This movie is that.
Yeah.
It gave you the farewell to Iron Man that you wanted. It gave you the farewell to Captain America you wanted. Captain America got his happy ending. Iron Man got his happy ending. Thor is getting his happy ending.
Right.
It opened it like it answered questions like how are you going to do the fucking Loki series if Loki's dead? It explains that. I can't wait for Loki Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the only question I have about what they're going to do going forward is how they're going to do the Scarlet Witch Vision series in the 50s. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I do have a lot of
questions about that.
Sure. Questions about WandaVision.
But like, the Hawkeye series, like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yep.
Like everybody got their fucking moment.
Yeah.
It gave you the female Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, which is something that everybody's been talking about. Like every single female superhero was in that same shot and gave him a great fucking moment.
It was a good moment. It was a little shoehorned, but at the same time, I really liked it. I liked it.
Shoehorned might not be a completely inaccurate statement.
Yes.
But
this is not me saying I didn't like it.
No, I know.
And I popped hard for it when I saw it.
Oh, so did I.
But when you that's one of those when you look back at it, you're like,
yeah.
I still liked it. I fucking still liked it.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't be mad at it, and I won't be mad at it because I really in my heart of hearts when I saw it, I was like,
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah. I mean, it gave everybody a moment
Yes.
Everybody got a moment.
Yeah.
Like you got the Wong Doctor Strange friendship back, and like they had a little moment together. Like you give me a character and tell me they didn't have a moment. Like they fuck it. You know what?
Pepper Potts.
Oh, Pepper Potts had a fucking huge moment.
Yeah.
You know who else had a moment? And nobody realized it. We sure shit didn't realize it until much later.
Yes.
Even Howard the Duck had a moment.
Howard the fucking Duck.
If you go back and you watch Endgame, I want you to look when you're looking at the screen when Hope, aka the Wasp, comes back on screen. She comes through her hole, she flies in, and she grows big.
Yeah.
Try not to look at her. Look to her lower right side, and you will see Howard the fucking Duck
with a BFG.
With a fucking BFG and a fucking cigar.
It's so great.
It really is one of those blink and you will miss it.
Yeah.
Like literally blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fucking awesome to me.
It's great.
I hope because he's gonna have his own series on Hulu, right? His animated series or whatever. Like, I can't believe I forgot who it was that told me about that. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me, dude. You're kidding me. And I looked it up, and sure as shit, I saw the fucking, I saw the image.
Yep.
And then I sent it to you.
Yep.
Say the link, and I was like, I cannot believe they got fucking Howard the Duck. So everybody got their fucking moment.
Yeah.
Everybody. Rowdy got their moment. Fucking Groot got his moment.
Yep.
The only one who didn't get a moment, I feel, was Drax.
Yeah. That's
Drax
true.
didn't get a moment.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
But to be fair, they probably would have given him a moment in all the reshoots they did.
Yeah.
But he was a little bitter firing James Gunn.
Yeah.
So, like he was there.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
Yeah.
He got to fight.
Yep.
Didn't he get a shot in at Thanos too?
I believe so.
He did. Actually, he did jump up on. I think it was what's the big one of the sons of Thanos, the big guy, big guy who lost his hand in the first movie.
Yeah, not Corvus Glaive.
No, I don't know. But he actually he jumped up on his back and did the stabbing thing.
Things, yeah.
So he had that kind of a moment.
Yeah.
But there was no other Star-Lord got a moment. Groot and Rocket got a moment.
Yeah.
Fucking Falcon got his moment. The on your left thing was great.
Oh
the
my
callback to
god!
Civil War.
What a great callback!
Great.
What a fucking amazing callback!
And that was so unexpected. That moment where we knew everybody was there.
Yeah.
We didn't know that everybody. They did such a great job of keeping the fact that everybody was together. There was I had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah, no.
I knew at some point we would probably see all these characters, or even maybe the Falcons, the people that we've seen before.
Yeah.
But not that the fucking all of the
Asgardians,
all the Asgardians,
yeah.
all the fucking Ravengers,
yep,
all of the fucking the Time Masters, or not Time Masters, but all the fucking Doctor Stranges, if you will.
All the fucking Doctor Stranges.
All these fucking of course the Wakandans are gonna be there.
Yeah.
But all these fucking people who we didn't even consider a possibility of being in this were all fucking there. Every character, every Marvel character you've ever known to love was in this fucking shot. And it was just I thought Captain America was gonna go at it on his own, and then all the Avengers, the recent Avengers, but the fact that they came with fucking armies.
Yeah.
Was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I liked
brilliant.
it. It gives you that moment. I'm a sucker for a good giant fucking battle.
Yeah.
And it gave me that fucking giant battle, Woody, that you fucking love. You're like,
yeah.
This is what I wanted.
Yes. And they tried to give us that shot of everybody running again. And they
they nailed it.
I'll have to go back and pause it or something, but I think they got everybody in that fucking shot.
I've seen some still frames of it.
I mean, you named somebody they did not get, and they fucking got it.
Pretty fucking spot on.
And I don't know what it was, but I bought into all of it. Everybody was just there, and all of a sudden I bought into it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and fucking Iron Man got their moment together again. That was fucking beautiful.
Oh, you got to see the fucking the kill mode activated.
Yes.
Which I thought was a wonderful callback.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His eyes get all red. He's like, you're like, oh, yeah.
It's a kill.
Yeah, it's a kill. That's what it was. Yeah. It's a kill. Oh, shit. It works.
Yeah.
It works. This is what I need.
Not like an accident.
Yeah.
But everybody got a moment, a callback to something from an earlier movie.
I loved the inclusion of Rescue. I thought, and I loved the little hat tip to it earlier, she never wears anything that I build her.
Yep.
Which I thought was great. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, fuck, right.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then they get their wonderful, everybody.
Back to back.
Yeah, all the couples get the good, back to back. the Hope Van Dyne,
Yep.
Scott,
Yep.
moment where she calls him Cap.
Yep.
And
we're on it, Cap, and they look at each other like this is probably what would have happened last time. If you yeah. There was so much resolution in that final battle in the separate movies too.
Yeah.
You know, like just unbelievable. And I really love the fact that Endgame took its time. The fact that Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton was in it. That was unexpected too.
We've skipped over a middle part here. We really have, like, we've gone from the beginning, to the fucking to the end, sploosh part,
right?
But
I'm not talking about the sploosh,
right, which I get, which I completely understand.
That's the whole reason why you do it, for the sploosh.
But the fucking time heist, yes, sploosh. But the fucking time heist really is the meat and bones of this movie, and I think it gives you these good, like, fucking meaty moments.
It does, yeah.
Like, I mean, let's talk about, and people are calling it Fat Thor, which I think is a bit of a misnomer. Like, he is husky for Thor, but I think Fat Thor is a pretty strong fucking word.
Because he looks like us?
Because, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
But I thought, like, his arc, I think, is like, well, because what do you do with when you feel like you've literally failed half of the living things on the planet? Like, you feel like that is on your shoulders.
And he just lost his fucking planet.
Yeah.
And a lot of his people, and his entire family. And his brother, and his father, and his mother, and his girlfriend. Like, he really is, like, that was it for him. His quest for Stormbreaker and trying to stop Thanos.
Yeah.
You know, after, like, his entire world.
Yeah.
Everything. And that's not a figurative.
Yeah.
That's a literal like thing.
Yeah.
And how fucking else would you do it?
Clancy Brown put a giant broadsword in his planet and fucking blew it up.
Like, seriously, though, like, how else do you deal with it? You fucking drink beer and play video games and hide yourself away.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I get it. I love that choice. And I loved that you watched that arc with him.
That was the thing, I think, too, that I really loved about this movie, is that it's one of the things I liked about The Last Jedi, too, is that the filmmaker made choices.
Yes.
And some of them were hard choices and unexpected choices.
Yes.
So I went in there and I got what I wanted. I got exactly what I expected and more. Much, much more. But I got things that I appreciated that I didn't see coming, that I could really follow along with these characters. It wasn't just a continuation of what we've known of these characters.
Right.
Right? Like, it wasn't just Robert Downey Jr. being Iron Man again. It wasn't, Chris Evans being Captain America again. Like, he had a little bit of edge on him.
Yes.
He kept like one of his first lines is, "Let's go get this son of a bitch."
Right.
Like,
yeah. Well, and
everybody grew and had this arc through not just this movie alone that made me more invested in them.
Yes.
Well,
and that's the good thing about Act 2, and it's really why I want to talk about Act 2 specifically, because Act 2 highlights the growth. And that's the one thing about the time travel story that you see, is how much growth and change these characters have been through as reflected through their past. Like, watching Captain America fight Captain America 2012, like, that's fascinating, and in watching Chris Evans play both extremes of that, like, that's good. Like, you see his growth. And you see the recreation of the fucking elevator scene again.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my God, are they going to do it again? And no, because he's fucking grown. He knows everybody in that fucking elevator is Hydra. He just fucking hails Hydra, and he gets the thing, and he goes. And you're like, oh my God, what growth, what knowledge he has gained from this. Like, fuck yes, absolutely fuck yes across the board.
Which, bravo. I wonder if that was a reshoot as well, with the whole because Captain America, the Hail Hydra thing, that was if you're not familiar, that was a very controversial
Secret Empire.
Yeah, that was a very controversial comic book storyline recently, the past couple of years, where Captain America, I forget what the actual storyline was. Wasn't he like mind washed into thinking he was
So
Hydra or something like that?
it is a
Hydra the entire
lot
time.
more complicated than that.
It's a lot, and we're not going to spend time talking about it, but
It's worth a Google.
It is a very controversial moment in the comic books where like it's revealed that Captain America is Hydra, and he says "Hail Hydra," and that like people were just like people either like really kind of dug it, or most people just fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were able to throw that in the movie in a way that was funny and made sense and called back and furthered, like just a lot of that was just. It was an amazing, amazing moment, and it gave us every single moment we wanted.
Yep.
Did you see the meme floating around about how Tony Stark and Steve Rogers like proved each other wrong?
Yes, I saw that.
You see that?
Yeah.
So there's a meme going around. So in the first movie, to Steve, he says everything that's special about you came from a bottle, and Captain America says.
You're not the guy to make the sacrifice.
Right, you only fight for yourself. You know, but in this movie, they both did the opposite of what those persons said.
Yep.
Obviously, Tony made the huge sacrifice. And saved everyone and sacrificed himself. And then obviously with Captain America being able to call and use Mjolnir.
Yeah, meow. Yep.
That just proves that. Whatever is special about him, it did not come from the fucking laboratory.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with who he is. Like skinny fucking Chris Evans could have called Meow Meow
exactly.
as well. Yes,
exactly. And it was just fucking great. Like when that happened, it was fucking amazing. Yeah. I didn't even think of that until I saw those two things together.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have realized that until I watched the first Avengers again, going, "Oh, that's not true. Oh, that's not true." And then I would have put those two things together.
Yep. So back to Act 2. Because I want to talk about Thor's arc, which I adored.
Yeah,
I absolutely adored.
Yeah.
And also because it gave fucking Renee Russo so much more screen time than she's ever had in a fucking. I think they said she had more lines in this movie than she's had in her past 2 Marvel appearances combined.
Her character was so fleshed out in this movie.
Yes.
It made me pissed off that they killed her off in the second movie.
Yes.
In the second Thor movie.
Oh, God, yes. I mean, I understand the growth and
I was like, she was born from witches?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, the Norse pantheon's a fucking complicated mess. I mean, and I only know, like, the actual stories from the actual pantheon. I really don't know her story in the Marvel Universe, but I can imagine it's reasonably paralleled well.
The other thing I liked about it, too, is you saw a little bit of each of, like, Loki's and Thor's personality in her.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
There was a lot of...
That is the one thing I did like about Dark World. I loved her relationship with Loki.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Her relationship with Thor.
Absolutely.
And I thought that was wonderfully fleshed out.
Absolutely.
And where he gets the illusions and tricks from, and but he uses it differently for different reasons and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I loved all of that. I mean, the Dark Elves can fucking eat a bag of dicks, but that part I really, really enjoyed.
Which is, I just think something that Thor, when he's telling the story about that, he's like, yeah, Dark Elves, ooh. They actually make fun of that.
Yeah, like it is exactly like how the rest of the world felt about that movie is how Thor feels about explaining what happened with the ether.
In that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, like that moment he has with his mom, and that his mom recognizes him as clearly like, future Thor and shit like that, and takes the time and like, it's great. Like, it sometimes it takes like that someone that knows you and someone that's known you before you were like a mom or a good friend or just somebody that has seen you before you became the fucking badass, somebody that grounds you back to your reality, and to be able to go that and be like, yeah, dude, welcome to the fucking rest of the universe. Like, people fucking shit the bed all the time.
Yeah,
you're still here. Do what you can to fix it. Dust your fucking shoulders off. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, and then that when he goes back and he gets Mjolnir.
Yeah,
Mjolnir. Yeah, he gets he gets the 2012 Mjolnir back, and you're like, oh yeah. I mean, fuck that timeline. Clearly, sorry, Thor from that 2012. You're gonna have to. adapt a little earlier.
Well, no, I think, but that's why.
That's why he walks back with it. I know.
That's why Captain America walks back with it so he can return it. There were some people who were just leave it to the internet. There were some people who were pissed off because it was like, oh, just because he's fat doesn't means that he's not like worthy. And I'm like, no, it wasn't that at all. It was the fact that he lost his cool and murdered fucking Thanos in cold blood. Because the situation of what it was fucking cold blood.
Yeah.
So like there's that's a lot. Like he lost. Like he's failed so many fucking times.
Yeah.
So he feels like it has nothing to do with his fucking beer gut. Like it has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that he failed his people, he failed his family, he failed his friends, he failed Earth, he failed fucking Asgard.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't feel worthy. So like that's it's good fucking an affirmation, if you will, to get your fucking hammer back.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I love that they didn't make him skinny again at any point.
Mm-mm.
Like I love that his mom didn't magic away his fat when he fucking Thored the fuck up with the two hammers, which was magical and a wonderful callback to he dual wields two hammers. I think it's Stormbreaker and Mjolnir against Galactus. Like there's an old Thor comic where he's like 1,000-year-old Thor, like eye patch Thor and shit, and just looks like Odin fighting Galactus with two hammers. So that was a wonderful callback. But they still kept it. Yeah, like they kept it through the whole thing. Like it doesn't magically go away. It is who he is, and that's cool. Like and it showed that it. And the other thing I liked is it showed that it changed his appearance. Like he got a cool like braid in his beard and stuff like that. Yeah. But like it was still like this is who he is. It's not he's still gonna kick the shit out of people. He's just a little chunkier while he does it.
Right, exactly. If anything, it's like a positive role model for chunky guys.
Yeah. I can dual wield hammers and do stuff. Yeah.
I could do stuff. You could tie your beard into a fucking
I can actually
thing.
I can.
Yeah. Maybe you should be Chunky Thor for Halloween.
Oh my god, I would love to be
You should totally do that, dude.
I would love to be fat
Oh my
Thor.
fucking god, you should be Fat Thor.
Yep. Just dye the beard blonde.
Yep.
Yes.
You don't have to dye it. We can get you some coloring for it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just get coloring. So it's like is that the music?
Yeah.
Okay. Just get like some color so it's like shades it. So you can do like shit because it's not like like it's not all blonde. It's dirty.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, get some shades. I think I know a person who can do that for you too.
Yeah.
But yeah, shade it and then just get a wig and tie the wig up. Get fucking both. Get Stormbreaker and fucking meow meow. Dude, totally. That's what you should do.
Oh my god, Fat Thor would be amazing.
Yes.
No. And the other one, I loved Tony Stark's time travel. Like. I loved the dealing with fatherhood and being able to talk to his dad about it, and it was cool. Like and as a guy who had lost his father, it's like it's one of those things you're like, dude, that's cool. Like that's a cool moment to see, and you're like, because you always wonder like what it would be like to have like that one more conversation and shit like that. And it was cool to see, like, he got to do his about the same thing that, they were both nervous about the same thing. And you realize that your dad is really just a person.
Yep.
Like, dealing with some shit.
I think that was great, too, is, like, before he was actually, like, he saw his dad before he was actually a father.
Yeah.
Like, when his mom was pregnant with Tony. That's when he saw him before he was actually, like, a real father.
Yeah.
So we get to talk about the nervousness of being a father.
Yeah.
Because there really is, like, before you're an actual parent, before they put that baby in your hands, which I think is when you actually become as a dad is when you become a parent. For mothers, it's different, but like there's a lot of questions. Like I just hope I don't screw up. I hope I don't do what my parents did. I don't my parents were great in this sense, but I hope I don't do this and I don't do that, and I don't I want them to be loved and blah 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 blah. Blah. I'm so nervous, and like you don't really get to as a parent, you don't get to show that or talk to your kids about that kind of thing because they weren't there.
Yeah.
And then you spend their entire life trying to fucking lecture them and mold them into the person that you think that they should be or want them to be or whatever. And there's
like a personhood that they will never see about you until they're way fucking older.
And even then, it's not the same. So to be able to go and see like your parents before they were parents, it's like, woo.
To see the person that they were.
Exactly.
And like to know that, this is a universal experience. Like, your dad went through it, your dad's dad went through it. And I like that. I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was a lot of good closure.
I agree.
For him. What are the other ones? The Captain America stuff is great. Oh, we didn't talk about Professor Hulk.
Oh man.
I liked and didn't like Professor Hulk.
Okay.
Like, it was one of those things. Like, it felt like another Captain Marvel thing. Like, it was a very much like a side. Like, I like that Professor Hulk was Professor Hulk, but at the same time, like, Natasha's death.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to see Hulk. Like, you want to see Hulk smash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you don't really get to see that. You get to see, like,
I don't think it was about the Hulk in this one. We've seen the Hulk smash a bunch. And usually the Hulk smashing is how they get out of the jams.
Yeah.
You know, and this was more about Bruce's journey.
Yeah,
I think.
agree.
Because like if you think about like go watch like the first movie, go watch him in Infinity War when he didn't have the Hulk before he was in the Hulkbuster. Like he's nervous all the time.
Yeah.
He's scared all the time. He doesn't want to be the Hulk. He doesn't know how to control it. He's always nervous. He's always and this one there was a bit more confidence to him because he embraced the Hulk.
Yes.
You know, so
I agree.
And he wasn't just smart and he wasn't just you know, like he was more confident in his decision making and his science and everything like that. Like I loved it. I loved it. And you know, plus I mean, we've got so many powerful characters and so many big characters.
True. That is true.
The one criticism I have is that I would have loved to have seen a rematch between Hulk and Thanos.
I agree.
I would have loved to have seen Hulk get just a few shots in.
Yeah. Just
a few. Yeah. You know. But when you have Captain Marvel,
right.
You know, and it really and at that point, like there was so much going on. It wasn't until like I think the next day that I thought about it. I was like, that was the only. They gave me everything. They gave me the female Avengers.
Yep.
They gave me the goodbyes. They gave happy endings. Yep. They gave the assemble. They like everything except for the fact that you know Hulk didn't get his revenge.
Yeah, and
but, you know,
like and as if Hulk gets stronger when he gets mad, like that being the rule, like I thought there was like he threw a bench like
when he's mad about.
Yeah.
When he's bad about Natasha.
Yeah, it's weird to like spoil it, isn't it? Like you want to catch yourself saying like, "Oh, I don't want to spoil this part."
Yeah.
But fuck, we can actually spoil it. Yeah. There's like you're like, "Oh, no, I can talk about that."
No, Black Widow fucking died.
Yeah, she fucking dies.
She ain't coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's
unless they do a prequel movie,
which I think they will.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we use ScarJo at that point?
Oh yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's like,
I don't know.
Dude, if you did a Black Widow movie without Scarlett Johansson, like, I would be pissed. And she's not even my favorite fucking character.
She's not.
Like, but I would be like, dude, like, she has earned that fucking movie. Give her solo movie as Black Widow. Dear God, why?
So there was something. Catherine Langford, if you don't know the name, she's
sounds familiar.
The girl from 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, yes.
She's the girl who kills herself in 13 Reasons Why.
Yes.
She was actually supposed to be in this movie.
Yes. Oh, I did hear this.
She was supposed to be Morgan, grown up that Tony sees on like this spiritual plane.
Yeah.
Like,
so right after he snaps.
Yeah, like he's supposed to see her.
He gets the Harry Potter Dumbledore scene.
Right. Exactly.
With her.
Exactly. So she plays the older version of
Morgan.
Yeah, she plays the older version of Morgan and kind of gives him like the okay to go because she's okay. But we didn't see that because whatever. But I think she'd be better suited to play a younger Black Widow.
Wow.
If you look at her, I mean, actually, here's a good picture of her with red hair right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, I get it.
Like, she would be a good, like, you know, like they did Iron Man 2. Scarlett Johansson's almost 40 now.
Yeah, I get it.
Which nothing to say bad things about people who are almost 40 because I'm there too, or people who are over 40
because I'm there too.
Like another person who's in this room.
Yeah, we're not gonna names. We're not gonna names.
But I just have a hard time buying into like I hate when they do prequels with the same person who's trying to be younger. I really don't want to see that. If you're gonna do it, if you want to tell an earlier story, you've killed off Scarlett Johansson. I've said goodbye to her. I could still watch movies with the character and have it be. Or you know what would really make me happy as a super fanboy? If you're going to do a Black Widow movie, put Daredevil in it.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
They have a huge fucking history.
Oh, that's right. They do.
Daredevil and Black Widow?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking huge history together. Yeah. Huge.
Oh, there was one Hulk moment that we did get that I enjoyed, which was a good callback to the comics.
What's that?
So they're
The holding up the rocks at the end?
yeah. That was a solid callback. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's not a mountain, but like it's a wonderful.
What was the callback? Yeah.
So there's a very iconic. I think it's an Avengers comic. I haven't read it. I just know that it exists. Where it is like literally they drop a mountain on all the Avengers, and the only person holding it up is Hulk. Like he is literally holding up a mountain by himself so they all don't get crushed. And like they have to keep making him mad in order to, like get out of it. And it's fucking awesome. And it's a very iconic cover, which it was cool to see that, that in the him holding up the big bad John moment, I like to call. Yeah, it was just cool to see that, that done. It was really neat.
Agreed. So final thoughts on Endgame.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Them playing off the moment in Age of Ultron where Chris Evans wiggles the hammer.
Yeah.
And making that a thing where he like chooses not to move it, even though he knows that he can. I think that's awesome. Like clearly not what they intended, but a great play on it.
Okay. You think that's what happened?
Oh yeah, I saw the interview.
Oh, is that what Russo said?
Yeah.
Like he knew that he could do it, but he played off that he couldn't?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like that was how they explained, like, he didn't want to, like...
I like the idea of maybe he wasn't worthy at that point.
No, they did it to where, like, I mean, because he's always been worthy. But he's not the type of guy that goes, oh yeah, this? Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's not Cap.
I don't know. I like the idea.
Which is why... The Thor moment in that when he grabs it is I knew it. Like I knew you could fucking move it, you son of a bitch.
Right.
You sweet decent human being.
I thought it was more of I knew he was worthy or something. I don't know. I've seen that there's been a lot of interviews with the Russos trying to explain things, like specifically the Captain America's arc at the very end.
Yeah.
And
which
is
tough.
It's tough, but and if you pay attention, Bucky says goodbye to Cap.
Yeah.
There was speculation. Did Bucky come across Captain America in previous? Did he know what was going to happen? Because he says goodbye to him. He was supposed to be gone for 10 seconds.
Right.
And Bucky says goodbye. He knows he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
And he's the one that sees him there. There's a little surprise, but he's the one that sees him there. And hey, Sam.
Right.
Check it over here.
Go
talk to him. Go talk. He's got something to tell you.
Yeah. And that's why it was the theories that I've seen, and I think the Russos talked about this. I'm not 100%.
They do. I didn't read any of the interviews.
I've watched a lot.
Yeah.
I've consumed a lot of media on this. Is that basically he ran it by Bucky, which is why Bucky Sam turns to Bucky. He's like, no, I thought this would be yours. And he's like, no. We've talked about it. This is the best. But that's all a head nod. It's the no. You're good. Take it, run with it. This is yours now. I think that's all cleared beforehand, just in case he didn't come back.
I think together they make a great Captain America.
Together,
seriously,
yeah.
Bucky's got the strength and the super soldier stuff, and Sam's got the fucking heart.
Yeah,
I think together they're a great Captain America. Now I think if you're looking to pass the mantle over to somebody, it's got to be if you look at the power and the strength, it's Bucky. But I think the mantle of Captain America means more than that. I think Sam is the right person.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I've had arguments with people over this. In the comics, Bucky was first
technically,
but Bucky picked it up after Captain America died.
Yeah,
Steve still chose Sam.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how it's supposed to be. There's a reason why Steve picks Sam.
No, I agree.
Sam's the guy who's going to stand by your side, just like Steve would.
On your left.
Exactly. Well, my final thoughts are this.
Please.
You can't. I can't rate this movie without thinking of everything that came before it.
Yes.
So in rating Endgame, I'm going to rate the MCU.
Yes.
And given all the ups and downs.
Yes.
All of the flops, all of the poor casting choices, all of the bad decision making. All of the Thor Dark Worlds and Iron Man 2s and 3s. Yeah. I'm going to give the MCU 10 out of 10.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's a fair rating.
I don't know that we'll ever see a story of this epic proportion told through 22 films
over
11 years.
Yeah.
All wrap up nicely into this little package, and then leave enough for us to continue to keep going. And the future is still wide open for Marvel, and especially now with everything they have going on. Like, I would love to see them. If Phase 4 isn't built around the Fantastic Four, I think they're missing a huge opportunity. I think they're missing a huge opportunity. It's obvious. But I think it's so obvious you need to steer into it.
Yeah.
I
agree.
And I mean, like, you've still got established characters that we care about. Guardians of the Galaxy with Thor. I'll tell you, my biggest disappointment in any Marvel movie will be if we open Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and there is no Thor and it's just a throwaway line like, oh yeah, remember when we dropped Thor off at this planet? Like, no, you don't have fucking Thor. Meet up with the Guardians.
Say the word as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Like even if you play off like Guardians of the Galaxy and you have like the little AS in front of it, and you have that crossed out, like play into that. It's great. But if you do not have Chris Hemsworth as Thor for at least half of Guardians of the Galaxy,
I'd settle for a third of it.
A third, that's fine. But don't just use him to set him up for his next movie or to drop him off somewhere else. Like, make him a part of the team. Give him a purpose for being there.
Yeah, I agree.
If they're looking for Gamora, I think that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You got Star Trek.
This is Search for Spock. No, this is the third one. It would be third. Search for Spock. Yeah.
I've heard rumors that Beta Ray Bill will be in Volume 3.
Ooh,
which makes sense because we got Stormbreaker now.
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill is the one who picks up Stormbreaker. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm giving the MCU 10 out of 10. Great job.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, you gave us everything we wanted and everything we didn't know we wanted. And I in this day and age where everybody has expectations, it's impossible to do. But they did it.
Yep,
they did it.
I viewed this as cinematic dessert. Like, that was how I described it to the missus when I got home. Like, this movie is pure, unadulterated cinematic dessert. You've sat through all the courses. You've sat through all the things. You've tried all the different things. And now you get to just kick back and eat some fucking ice cream. And it all comes together under this one thing. Like, they wrapped up so much shit. I love even the smallest, like giving fucking, like having Scarlett Johansson grow out red hair, like she had red roots. Like, what a small, wonderful detail. Like, yes, we know we made her blonde, but she is truly a redhead. Like, that 5-year cycle, she has 5 years worth of red hair that she hasn't cut yet. Like, it really, like, it tips its hat in the smallest and the tiniest of ways to things where you're like, oh, thank you. Yes. So thank you. Really. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would watch it again. I would absolutely watch it again.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yep. Word.
Going tomorrow. I'll probably see it a couple more times too.
Yeah.
Anything I could do to make sure that Avatar is not the #1 fucking movie. Listen, I couldn't sit here and talk for 5 minutes about Avatar.
Yeah.
Unless I related it to Pocahontas.
Yep.
That's the
Ferngully.
Or Ferngully. Like, I could not talk about that movie at this length.
No.
Like, I don't care that
I like Stephen Lang.
I don't care that they push back Avatar 2 to 2020,000 now. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If they never made another Avatar movie, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, I really don't care. And I can't believe, I could imagine there are enough people out there to actually, I think it's going to be one of the bigger flops. Avatar 2?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a big flop.
Unless they do something, like, cinematically cool with it, like, which is really what the draw of the first Avatar one.
Make it like a fully
40,
immersive, fully immersive. Like, you're sitting in the theater and it's like you're sitting in fucking the woods watching this movie.
Like they do the James Gordon like live action Ragnarok thing in the theater. Did you see that sketch?
I did, yes.
Like, if I get Sigourney Weaver to come by, and
that might be the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if we could watch the movie with Sigourney Weaver, that might be the only way to make that kind of money again.
Yeah.
But I really don't care. Like, I just don't think there's going to be anything else that you're going to care. So I'll do anything I can to make sure that Avatar is not #1
you know what?
in theaters anymore.
I don't agree with your motivation, but I do enjoy it.
There you go.
I do enjoy it.
All right, well, that's our spoiler-filled episode. We'll see you guys next time for episode 99. 2 more Matt and Dave shows left.
Woo!
We'll see you next time.
Later.